All
Oh,
right.
everybody, there he is.
I made it back. We are all ready to go here. So I was trying to be like Brady and got my hair cut, but I went a little too short. So every once in a while, the background glitches and makes makes my hair all go away. Hold on just 1 second. I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. We still have construction going on, so I'm still the director. So
When's that gonna be done?
got to keep the project going. It's actually getting really close. I think after today, we're just in a holding pattern waiting for countertops. And then once countertops go
Exciting.
in, then we can do tile work and then we'll be done.
Can can
I
can
know.
I
So,
I got to give it my 2 cents about countertops. We encountered when they put in our countertop, they did not use enough glue at the backwash. So I now have leakage from the backwash down below, and it's
all
starting to get a little moldy down there. So I would highly recommend that they make sure they put a lot of glue to avoid that.
right. I'll keep that in mind when they're doing that install. All right. So anyway, welcome back here. It's the 10th of July and a lot of stuff going on in the background. We're busy building and improving. So I know some of you guys got the white label for the Quantum, and I'm going to do a quick run through today just to kind of show you behind the scenes how to set it up and all that. If you did get it, if you're one of the ones that got the white label and you haven't got the initial install docs yet, let me know so I can get that to you. So you can at least have that so you can start putting it together. But we have a lot of new stuff available inside there in the admin of the white label part. So if you guys and it is a great opportunity if you have a business in a particular niche and you want to add a product, there's no better way to increase your income than to buy or to get another product to be sold. So that's a really cool way to expand your product line is doing white labels. I have several different white labels in my business, and we also have software where we allow people to white label our stuff, like SitePop. It's a perfect example. We've been white labeling that for different clients for over a decade, and people have made so much money selling access to that software, and the AI is no different. So if you guys need a product to sell, and maybe you haven't got yours up and running yet, or maybe you've already got your business going and you just need more to sell, it's a great option to do that. Makes you look like a superhero, makes you look like a product developer, all that stuff. So that's an easy button for that. I know any of you guys that have developed your actual own products, it's a big job. It's a serious chore to develop your own product and get it up and support it and all of that stuff. So white labels are great, especially if they allow you to customize. And I know with ours, we have a high level of customization available to it. So you can build your own apps. For those of you that are kind of lost and don't know what I'm talking about taking our Quantum Suite, our full set of apps, and white labeling it as your own product and selling it to your customers. Then they're paying you the recurring income. You're just paying a seat license for each one that you sell and you keep the profit. So it's a really like a business in a box type of scenario. And I wanted to take you guys behind the scenes so you can see what the white label looks like in the backyard, so to speak. So let me share the screen here. Okay. All right. So we're inside the Quantum Suite. I clicked on white label and it takes us to the general settings. So obviously this is a white label of Quantum that I just activated to show you. So this is not set up yet. But if you were to buy a white label, it would be fresh and new, just like this. So you would select your domain, you would set up a domain, you can add one here. You put your logo to it, which changes the logo up here. The site name would change this here. That's the site name. And then over here, I've got buttons up here. Those are optional, and I'll show you how to put those in a minute. But here you can enable an API, and I did this in mine. So in Quantum, the API connects to my Kartra account. So when I sell this, I sell it through Kartra. The API comes over here, adds the user, creates the account, and gives them access, all automated. So if you're going to do that, if you're going to tie this into your CRM, whether it's Go High Level or Kartra or whatever you're using, you want to enable this API button. So that's really all there is to do on this screen. And then next you go to apps. And you'll notice all of the apps that we have in here, they're all available to you, but you have to check off which ones you want. So when somebody purchases your white label, whatever you call it, I call mine Quantum. So whatever you call it, you basically put the apps in there that you want them to have access to. You can pick and choose. You don't have to put any of mine in there. You can put all of mine in there. It's totally up to you. I would recommend, though, that you edit these. So it's not called Act Imager because yours is not going to be Act. It's going to be something else. But this is the image tool. So if you go into edit here, you can change the name of it. You can change the icon. You can change the description to your text. So again, completely editable, and it's a tool ready to go. All you have to do is just put your name on it. You're good to go. So you can also put a video. If you want to create a tutorial video, you can click here and you can add a tutorial video to that tool, which is really cool. You've also got, this is a new feature. This is onboarding. And I'll show you that in a different spot here in a minute. But if you want to do onboarding, like let's say there's a process of using this tool, maybe it's 3 or 4 steps. You click on the onboard settings, and that's where you can set up step 1. They do that, they check it, then it goes to step 2. They do that, then they check it, and they go to step 3, so on down the line. So you can actually display onboarding right onto the screen now. And I haven't even gone in and done that in mine, but I'm going to do that pretty soon because that'll take all the questions away of how does this thing work? What do I do with it? So onboarding is really cool. And that's on each tool that you create. So you can basically set that up in the onboarding rules. Now with roles, this is an interesting thing here because you can set up different products. And a role basically allows you to set up a different product in the same thing, but a different level. Like for instance, an example of this would be, let's say you want to set up a beginner suite of AI tools, and you only want them to have access to 5 tools, and you're going to charge them, $30 a month for that access. That's role 1. Role 2 might be an intermediate step. You might charge a little bit more, but give them more tools. And then you might give them a full boat option, like for advanced users, where they get access to white label your white label. So you can pick and choose how you want to set up the roles. You don't have to do that. You could just have your standard role is fine, but this allows you that flexibility. You could even set up different tools for different industries and sell it into different industries. So roles is a really powerful feature of the white label of Quantum. And then you've got monetization. This is where you can set up if you want to charge per app. You can do that. If you want to just give them free access and charge them per app, you can do that. If you want to, it's got a built-in affiliate program you can enable. There's a bunch of different stuff in here that you can set up to monetize. Now, for me, I don't use this part to monetize. I basically sell it through my Kartra account and control all that outside of here. This is the customization, and this is where you can have a lot of creativity. This is where you can change these buttons up here. So you'll see if you want a home screen announcement, what this is when somebody just pops into your suite, there'll be a like a ticker tape at the top where it's just giving them an announcement. And it's optional. If you want to clear it, you can just clear it. You might do this if you're doing like a special event. You could promote a special event with a ticker tape across the top of anyone that logs in. And then when the event's over, you can just come in here and clear it or put a new message or whatever you want to do. Uh, this one here is how you set up the layout. Like the app layout, you can set it up as apps, which mine is set up as apps. If you want to set it up as a website layout, what that does is it removes the apps from the screen and it puts a sidebar menu. That's like it's like a menu on the side where you've got your categories and then they roll out the different apps in just link format. So I prefer the app layout. I think it looks a lot more modern and cool. So I use apps. Now here's one here where you can force the updates. Let's say you add a new tool and you want the tool to be in a particular order. So when you go into your apps and you order the way the tools are in line, it will force an update out to all of your users. So that's a cool feature. And then here you can show a search bar on your menu screen. So that's right up at the top so they can search for an app. You can turn that on and off. Here's the onboarding. So if you want to have that onboarding message, you turn this on and then you put the welcome text, which is like the beginning screen of the onboarding where they start. And then after you do the first one, then you can add another one. You can add as many steps to the onboarding process as you want. So this starts with step one. So once that's in, then you can go to step two. Here's where you can do your color schemes. You can change your color schemes. You can upload. This is a big upgrade here. When we first rolled out, I had code that you had to put code into the headers to get a lot of this stuff done. So the interface now has got it all built in, so it makes it point and click. Because we got a lot of trouble with people dealing with the code. I know you guys aren't coders, so we that was just a temporary in the beginning. But anyway, if you want like a video or an image in the background screen, you just click to upload. And this is on the tool itself. This is on the login screen. So if you want to have a special image on the login screen that has a message on it or whatever, you can put that in here. Let's see. Now these are videos. These are if you want a video background or an image background, specific images where you want to upload. Here, if you just want to pick a random background, we've got some random ones in here that'll just be more than just the color. It'll just spice it up a little bit. Here's the header buttons. And those are the three that I've got up there. You can add, as many header buttons as you want. I would probably keep it to two or three if I were you. And then if you've got any specific code, like let's say you want to put a tracking pixel for Facebook or something in your body, you can drop it in here. If it goes in the head tag, you can put it in here. And you got to be careful with this because when you put that in here, it's going to go for everything. If you don't want it everywhere, you put it on your non-white labelable body code. If you don't want this to percolate down to your white labels, then you put it over here. So hopefully that makes sense. It's just a matter of if you want the customization, like if you're putting a Facebook pixel in, you wouldn't want that to go out to your white label people because you're not pixeling their stuff, you're only pixeling your stuff. So that's why you've got the two different ones here, with or and without the white label. So that's that. And then automations, this is where you can add Stripe in here if you want to use Stripe as your payment processor. Again, I don't do that. I use Kartra and I do the integration between Kartra. And then in stats, this will tell you at a glance how many users you've got in the system, page views, and your earnings. And it'll also show you top apps, which I find is really interesting. When I look at mine, I can see which apps are getting used and which ones aren't. And that kind of can give you an idea of what apps to build for your audience. So anyway, I wanted to go through that because I know there's been a lot of questions on how does the white label work. But again, my suite of tools, there's the search bar that you saw in the customization. There's the three links. You can customize the logo, you can customize the site name. If you want to customize the background color here, that's where you can do that. You just saw that. You can also, in the white label, there's a tool where you can build what is called an external app. You can build any app you want in the God mode. When you go into God mode, you're in app creation mode. So you can create customized apps for anything you want. And one of the apps that you can create is called an external app. What an external app, this is the external app wizard. If you want to put a button on here that's not an app really, it's a link to another page. Like this is our Act members login. Some people were confused, like, where's the training? Where's the ACT program? Now you just click on it right here and it will take you right in there. So also, where's the ACT support? These are external app buttons. So they don't create an app. You can set them up to where it will load in the window here so they never leave your white label, or you can load it in a separate window. Either one, whichever one you prefer, you can do that. So that's pretty much kind of the overview of how the white label works. And again, this is a business in a box. This thing is like ready to roll. You could be up and running with this in a day if you wanted to. Um, I actually proved this on the boat when we did the boat event. We put four of these together in a weekend and put four people literally out the door with their own white label, customized, ready to go. They were all building their own apps, and it was really, really cool. So I just wanted to share that. Anybody with any questions about how that works or how to get it, if you're interested in it, I really would encourage you guys, if it's not this, you want to build something with AI to add to your business. Your customers all need AI, and they're going to get it from somewhere. Guess what? If they don't get it from you, they have a new best friend. That's not good for you. Because when people know, like, and trust those, they will buy things from them. And if they're buying them from them, guess what that does to you? They're not buying from you. So anticipating what your customers want and giving it to them is the only way you're going to keep them long term. I mean, the name of this game isn't just client acquisition, it's in client retention. You can increase your business tenfold, 20-fold, 30-fold just by adding what you're selling to existing customers without working any harder.
Hey, John.
Yeah, go ahead, Randy.
Hey, I came in late and I'm sorry about that. So
Okay.
I saw you going through the white label, but my
Mhm.
question is that the white label to offer the quantum AI or is that the white label for something else?
This is the white label for quantum AI. It's also identical for the AIO Dominator.
Okay.
If you're in traffic services and you want to offer the suite of tools for the AIO Dominator,
Hmm.
it's the exact same because the AIO Dominator is a white label of quantum.
Okay. So when you go in, I haven't done it yet. When you click in the white label, it gives you the option of building up the quantum AI or the AI, the IO Dominator.
Well, it doesn't do that. AIO Dominator is a separate product. It's a white label of quantum, and I just threw all the tools out the window
Oh, okay. Got
and
it.
made a completely unique set of tools.
Okay. Got it.
So if you wanted to white label the AIO Dominator, what you would do is you would get that and then do a white label on that product.
Got it. Okay.
So I'll show you guys the difference of what a white label actually looks like.
Yeah,
So
because I'm actually interested in pushing and offering the quantum AI first.
yeah, yeah. So this is quantum AI with all the tools are available. You can pick and choose what you want. Now I set up a white label of the platform, threw all the tools out the window. I didn't really want any of those tools in the AI optimization dominator. So notice these are all completely different tools. There's no like image tools in here.
Got it.
This is not a marketing package here. This is a suite of tools for somebody that's optimizing websites.
Got it.
So that I didn't confuse it. It's just it is what it is. If somebody wants the marketing tools, I have a different product for them, which is the Quantum Suite. So in essence, I could be selling two separate products to the same customer. In fact, I am. I have a lot of you that are in the Quantum Suite. And, those of you that saw the advantage of being able to optimize actually bought into this one as well. So you can do this like as many times as you want for as many industries as you want. And again, it's like a business in a box.
Yeah.
But notice in the AIO Dominator, I don't even have links at the top here. This is more for agency owners. I'm not trying to promote, other stuff. I probably will put a link up here to the Rainmaker product, which goes hand in hand with this. And then I'll probably put external links here once we get those two working in conjunction. Just like we have ACT and Quantum, it will be the AIO Dominator suite and the Rainmaker SEO or AIO software. So the two will go in combination. But that's how you can get a completely different look for a completely different industry with the same package with the white label. Because I know we have several different people that are white labeling and they're doing it in different industries. Like we've got Linda in real estate, we've got Gina in legal, we've got Ben is doing stuff in the affiliate world. Delilah's doing stuff for filmmakers. I mean, it's like anything you can think of, they all need AI tools. And for most of them, like I think for probably most anything you guys are gonna be involved with, your customers are gonna want image tools. We have a fantastic suite of image tools in the Quantum suite that you can white label. We've got the video tools. We've got, the marketing tools. Those marketing tools are not found anywhere else on the internet. Those are specific to the ACT program, and they're very powerful. So for you to come out of the gate with that kind of horsepower without any effort on your part to build it, you just customize it. You literally just put your name on it and claim ownership. Excuse me, I've been coughing and sneezing all morning. I don't know what's going on. Pollen in the air. All right,
Or
so
construction in your house.
well, yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. There is a fair amount of dust going on over here.
Oh, yeah. Just cleaning can do it.
I hadn't even thought about that. You're right. You're absolutely right. The wind outside though doesn't help either, so combination. All right, any other questions about like anything that has to do with the suites, the AI? Um, there's another product that we're in process working on right now it's an AI code builder suite of software. And it will literally be it's going to be very simple. It won't be anything at all like Quantum where you've got a bunch of apps all over the place that are pre-configured. This is a tool to turn you into a builder, a developer. And literally you will put in, it'll just look like a chat GPT window. You will type in what you want and it will write the code for you. And then you can implement that code. Like if you want to build a website, it will write the code for a website. Now, I personally wouldn't recommend that you do this for a website because now you have a whole new thing to maintain that's not built in a standard that anybody's going to be able to come in and edit. All the edits would fall back on you to adjust the code using the builder. So that's not really a good example, but let's say you wanted to create a lead magnet. Let's say you wanted to create a software lead magnet that you could give away to get people to opt in. This thing could generate the code. You put this thing on your website. You can have it behind a login screen. It can write the code for all of that. I mean, this thing could literally write the code for you to build your own Kartra account. It would do all of that. It will also build blockchain. It knows how to build blockchain. It knows how to do anything that is code related. So if you wanted your own cryptocurrency, you could go in there and say, I want to build a blockchain cryptocurrency with yada yada utility. And instead of having to hire a bunch of programmers and tear your hair out for the next 6 months to 6 years, in about 6 seconds, it would spit you out the code. And you're like, holy shit.
Okay, how much?
This is awesome. And it's
How much,
not,
John? How much, John?
I don't really have a price on it yet. It's probably going to be like $50 a month.
Okay.
It's not going to be expensive. So, all right, Allie, go ahead.
Hi, John. Thank you. I too, I couldn't get on the link fast enough. Is this, I know, I don't know what happened. Uh, so I missed the first 10 minutes. Were you talking about, is this the training for the AIO suite?
No, the AIO training I did last week, and it is up on the sales page for the AIO Dominator.
Okay.
I did it's a full hour, and we went in. We didn't go in real depth, but it was the overview training. It was the first of the trainings.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'll go watch that. I didn't know if that's what we were talking about or something else.
Yeah,
I got
no. What I was doing here was going through again, like a beginner training on how to white label either the Quantum suite or the AIO Dominator suite.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and listen to the beginning. Thank you, John. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
and it might be good for you too, Allie, because I know you've struggled with like what to sell.
Yes.
And this is like a business in a box. You could literally take the AI's quantum suite, put your name on it and your brand on it, build a couple of custom apps in it for artists, and you could sell this thing to artists all day long.
Yeah, that
Artists are,
yeah, go ahead, John. Go ahead.
yeah, I mean, artists are a perfect example of an industry that needs AI to help them be creative.
Yeah, your brain works differently than mine. Was like I think, all right, how do I bridge that gap? Like how do I
Well,
create
like literally you could make a list of all the tools available to you in the quantum suite,
mm,
and then you could go to Perplexity and you could say, I'm building a suite of GPTs to serve artists. And you could list the type of artist, and you could say, here is some tools that I have available to me. Which of these would be beneficial to add to my suite of tools for the artists? And also, please recommend what tools you believe I should add to bring value to these artists. And then once it gives you the list of tools, you can use my script to go and build the GPTs in there for
okay.
them.
Thank you. Oh
So,
God.
and that's for anybody here, any industry you're in. All you have to do is go to Perplexity and say, I would like to build a suite of AI GPT tools to serve this industry. What tools would be the most beneficial? And it'll tell you exactly what to build. And you've got the framework. You just go in, build the tools. I mean, Gina's on here. Gina built a number of tools in the weekend on the boat. So she can be a testament to how easy it is to build these tools. Anybody can do it. It's literally just asking for what you want.
Not only did I build some there on the boat, but I have unsupervised created apps following the same methodology that I learned.
Yeah,
And it's cool. It's really cool because if you think of what is there a need for, you create the code and then it's super simple. So it works just like all the other tools in quantum where you fill in a few fields and the prompt is behind the scenes that gives you what you're asking for. And I'm getting massive utility personally out of it.
yeah.
Wow.
So Gina, tell me like honestly, how many minutes is it from concept to having a fully functional tool available for your clients?
It's quick. Sometimes you don't get it right the first time, and then you have to fiddle with the prompt. And but I've gotten a lot better at it. And as you do it, you learn more what not to leave out, what to be more
Sure.
specific about, yada yada yada. Um, and sometimes I get it right the first time, or it's close enough and good enough the first time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I will edit it and try again one more time.
Are we
Uh,
talking 10 minutes, 20 minutes?
uh, no more than 15.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
10,
So
10. If you get it right the first time, it's like 5. If it takes a few iterations, it might be 12.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, literally, I've asked all of you, I'm like, what tools would you guys want? And like Susie Pruden came back and she said, hey, I would really love to have a press release tool. And I'm like, okay, cool. From the time I got her email asking for a press release tool, it was about 20 minutes. And I was emailing her back saying, here it
Yep,
is. Can you test it?
I remember.
And it was phenomenal. It still is. It's a fantastic tool for building press releases.
Wow.
So
All
it's
right.
it's literally just a matter of what do people want? What will they buy from you? And you can build it like magic, literally like magic. So it's cool stuff. Jim, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, excuse me. Great stuff, John. Um, I don't do APIs that often,
Okay.
so that kind of intimidates me. So I'm wondering if you can go into a little more detail on what it takes to match products and the API with
Sure.
Kartra.
Sure. I actually have a PDF that's got it's over 60 pages, and it's literally a snapshot of every button you have to push, everything you have to enter, and it's like follow the blanks. It's like fill in the blanks. I did it specifically because I was going to have the four people on the boat actually do it based on that PDF. But I used the first example. I used Linda as my case study, and I think it was hers that I actually screenshotted all the stuff when I set her up. Because number one, I wanted to see how long it took, and I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. So I set hers up, screenshotted everything, realized, yeah, I could have done this a little bit better. So then I think I did Gina's next, and then I did Delilah's, and Ben was last because he took longer to get me his information. I didn't have all his info to finish his yet. But when Brady came out to do the boat ride, the day before we were going down, I got Ben's info, and I said, "Okay, here, you're going to be my guinea pig." I sat him down in front of my computer with the PDF and said, I'm not going to help you. I just want to know if you can do this based on this PDF." And his biggest problem was my mouse. He had a little difficulty with my mouse. But outside of that, he followed the steps and set the thing up. And I don't remember, Brady, do you remember did it take you like 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
Without the mouse, probably 10 minutes or less. Yeah, at least a good 20 because I kept fumbling around with your mouse. So, Ben, if your thing is still messed up, it's because John didn't check if it was connected right. No, just kidding.
No, it was perfect. And because of that, literally when those four people walked on the boat, their stuff was done. When they sat down at the table, they had a fully functioning white label. And we spent 2 days just kind of the first day, I just showed them like what they had. Like here it is, here's the methodology behind it, all that. And then the second day, we actually went into building apps. And I had everybody building apps on the second day and really customizing their white label. And the last day, when we were coming home, it was really a lax day. I made sure everybody caught a fish. So everybody caught a fish before we left. And we had a nice ride home and being chased by a storm. But
Wow.
If it weren't for, you're talking about how easy it is to create apps. If it weren't for the fact that there was a storm following us and I got seasick for the last several hours of our trip, I probably would have had like a dozen more apps done before the weekend was over because I had created a long list of what I wanted to accomplish.
yeah, it was really cool. It was a great experience, I think. I think everybody had a great time. And not only that, it wasn't just having a great time. They came out with a new business. They
Yeah.
literally came out with a new business, a new product. So
Amazing.
yeah,
Where's the PDF going to be?
the PDF is right now, I send it to people as they sign up for the white label.
Okay.
So I need to go into Kartra and set up an automation for that for the white label and then be able to automatically send it. But so far I've just been telling everybody when you sign up, just shoot me an email. I'll flag you in the system and send you all that stuff. And for anybody that's actually interested, I'm going to do another one of these. I'm going to set up another boat trip for another 4 people that want to do a white label. So that opportunity wasn't a one-shot deal. There'll be another crack at that. I've got another, so I've got two, actually three that I'm going to do. I'm going to get them on the books this week. I'm going to actually set some dates. So that way, if anybody that wants to go, you can pick your dates and pick the events you want to go to. But one of them will be the white label at sea again. That was really cool. Another one is we actually sold it. There's 3 people already, so we can take 2 more. And it's just
I'm in.
it's just an open mastermind. It's not like no agenda, no specifics. It's just like whatever you want. Then we go with that. And
I recommend it strongly, especially if Brady makes peanut butter balls.
yeah, everybody loves Brady's balls.
Every time this white label trip comes up, that always comes out.
Oh yeah, we put Brady in charge of making a dessert, and he made these peanut butter granola balls, and it went over very well.
Sweaty, sweaty.
There was all kinds of wisecracks about Brady's balls for the entire trip.
And for that, I've started to make them in squares. I just press them in a pan and cut
Ah.
squares like brownies.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
You know,
But for the white labels,
Oh, that's classic.
hey John, I know nobody believes this because they've seen me create stuff for whatever, and I think we've had this discussion multiple times on this call for multiple months. Like Jim, you're a great guy. We have a great relationship. Like I would challenge you just to jump out and buy the white label and do it. Like all the tools are there. If you fall and fail miserably, connect with me. I have no problem hopping on a call for maybe a steak dinner or something. Because I really think the longer that we go, the stuff that I'm seeing that's coming out with no coding and stuff, like things that John's talking about, the new product, like we're gonna look up 6 months from now, and you guys are gonna go, son of a, I should have done it sooner because now all your competitors have it. Like literally it's $97. If you fall flat on your face, you can't sell it, it goes nowhere, just cancel it. And I don't say that as like a sales pitch. I say is because I know all of you are like biting at the, I should do this, and you're just not. I think what you'll find is literally it's not hard. And if you get stuck, worst case scenario, you pay $1,000 to sit on a boat with John for 2 days to do it, or book a call with me and John or something, and we'll help you. I think, sitting here too long, you're going to wish that you had done it a lot sooner because there's a lot of stuff out there right now.
Well, I would also say that for $97, which is $50 more than the $47 base quantum, it's worth it if you're doing a lot of stuff where it makes it easy to do your own work because you can create custom apps for yourself. For me,
Yeah.
That in and of itself is worthwhile, but I'm also going to sell it to my audience.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Linda's been using for real estate, and she's got the listing tools and stuff. And when she's doing her open houses, she's actually using those tools to do the open house listings and all that. And she says that she has never seen results ever anywhere like she's getting from the output of these tools. Like she uses these tools to make the listings for her open houses and all of her real estate listings. So anybody that is in the Airbnb or real estate market or Shantha, you could do this for travel. You could do this for Airbnbs at locations, at tourist locations. You could say, of the 1,000 Airbnbs that people have to choose from, how would you like to stand out with yours and have it booked 100% of the time? That's what my tools do. They can make listings like that that will actually get your properties booked. So there's just so many applications for this. And I look at this like I've been through these cycles since the very beginning of the internet. And when I started out, it was so easy to acquire hosting customers and website development because nobody was doing it. It was like black magic. Nobody knew how to do it. And you showed up and said, "Hey, I can do that for you." They're like, "Done, do it." And that's where we're at here with AI. It's like black magic. Everybody wants it. And as soon as they find somebody that is willing to make it easy for them, done. Boom. Chat GPT is great. And it had the fastest, most mass adoption of anything on the planet. But the problem is nobody knows how to use it. Like they can use it to figure out how to butter their popcorn. Yeah, that's great. But to really get down to the nitty gritty and really figure out how to use it to create copy that converts and things that drive business, things that really matter, they don't know how to do that. You guys have a massive advantage right now. And like Brady said, that massive advantage is going to be rapidly diminishing as more and more people figure it out. So it's like business was so easy in the beginning of everything I've ever done in web hosting, web development, SEO, AIO, AI, all of the stuff. Every time there's a new emerging technology, it's like the train is coming down the tracks. If you want to get pummeled, just lay down in front of it. That's literally all you have to do. You just have to show up and be at the right place at the right time. And I'm putting a big spotlight on what that place is right now for you. I can't take you back in time and give you the opportunities that I've experienced in the past, but I can show you the ones that are coming. I know how to listen for the train. And there's several trains coming down the tracks right now. So I really, really encourage you to take advantage of that knowledge. It's not common. This is not common knowledge. Everything about what we're doing here is not common knowledge. I've had people that have been through business PhDs and they look at what we do in the ACT program and they're like, wow, why wasn't I taught this in school? It's not common knowledge. Like this stuff is the secret behind the curtain in ad agencies. It's not common knowledge. The AI, how you get the AI to give you phenomenal results, it's not common knowledge. So you guys have access to something that most people don't. And if you don't take advantage of that, you're just missing a massive opportunity. So, Mark, go ahead.
Hey, question for you. So, by a white label, so like for example, like market segmenter, is there a way I could change it just for like home services?
Yes, you can build any tool that you want. You could literally build a market segmenter for home services.
Okay.
Like, so they wouldn't even really have to do it. You could almost go in there and actually put a drop down list of what type of home services it was, like window install, solar, plumbing. You could actually make a pre-formatted list where they just pick the one they want,
Okay.
and then it generates. But if that were the case, you're kind of pigeonholing yourself by doing that. If that's what you wanted to do, that's more of a lead magnet because you probably only have so many. And to have them be able to generate the same thing for each one, you might as well like do that yourself and put it into a PDF and say, here's the top 10, markets in home services and the top segments that you should be, you should be going after. You should be focused on these. And you could give that PDF away as a lead magnet. You wouldn't really need a GPT tool for that. So there's things with creating GPT tools that make sense, and then there's some that may or may not. That one's on the fence.
Okay, so there's
So you still use it.
so then I can't really edit that one myself then, right?
Correct. But what you can do, you can edit the title, you can edit the description, and you can edit the image. So
Okay,
all you have to do is just rename it to home service market segmenter.
gotcha.
And then inside the description, just say, put in the particular home service that you want to know about, and this will generate the top 10 listings for you.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Thank you.
So that would be super simple to do. And you could even change the icon to a little home with a hammer and,
Okay, great. Thank you. Appreciate it.
yeah, that would be the way to do that.
Perfect.
So there's no sense really in recreating the wheel with the tools.
Yeah,
Where you want to spend your time in generating new tools is on new things that I don't have in there already.
gotcha.
But it's super simple to name them, rename them, and custom brand them to your own tools.
Okay. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I know how to do that part. Thank you, though.
Yeah, I highly recommend that too. That way, like, the odds of someone figuring out that you white labeled the Quantum Suite is pretty remote.
Yeah.
It's very remote, but even if they did, it's like, who cares, because you've rebranded everything.
Yeah, exactly.
It would never match up. Now, if you took all of my tools and you didn't change any of the names and you didn't, the look was the same and everything, then they'd go, oh, well, yeah, I already have this, or I could get this elsewhere.
Correct. Yeah.
But when it looks different, it feels different, even though it's the same thing, there is a number of products on the market that are identical. They just have different labels on them.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that's marketing. I guarantee you, if you go into a Costco or a Walmart or whatever, and you're shopping for a TV, I can guarantee you that TV came out of the same factory, no matter what brand is on it.
Oh yeah, more yeah, more than likely.
Yeah, all they did was they just slapped a different label on it.
Yeah.
And the difference in the TV that costs $4,000 and the one that costs $200 is pretty much the label. Yeah.
Hey, John, one other thing to mention about the white label piece is I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, when you go in and create these apps, the prompt that you use already has and spits out the prompt for the image to creator to put it in Act Imager, and then also the description of the tool. So literally you just tell it what you want using the prompt that he uses, and it spits it out in the format for all of that stuff to take place. The only thing you really need to add at that point is a tutorial video or something in each
Yeah.
app. That's it.
Yeah, because I've built a script inside of Perplexity that basically gives you everything you need to copy and paste into the God mode builder to build the tools for you. So you don't have to like code any of it. You just go into Perplexity, you take my pre-generated script in there, and you say, now I need a new tool for this. And it'll come up with the name, the description, the prompt to create the image icon, the coding for the tool itself, the input fields. It gives you everything. Gives you everything you need. You literally copy, paste, hit go, and you have a new tool.
And then that's in the quantum training membership, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's in the white label part.
Yeah, okay.
The white label training. Yeah.
And then you create all the apps through God mode, correct?
Yes. There's actually two. There's God mode creates the actual apps.
Yeah.
And then if you want just a link button to an external app or an external website, yeah, that's the external wizard.
Gotcha.
So you have two things to create the apps on the screen. You got real apps inside the program and external apps. So, And external apps could literally be an affiliate link. Like, let's say you found other products that complement your suite, and you go and you set up an affiliate program with them, so you get paid if somebody buys their stuff. You could go in and you could create external apps for other cool tools that have your affiliate link in them. That would be a phenomenal way to make extra income. Because really the key to not working hard, I'm a master at this. I've perfected this over a lifetime, is figure out ways to make money without working for it. You've already got like there's a flow, there's a river flowing, and it's loaded with fish. And you can decide if you want to just watch the water flow down the river or if you want to dip your net in. And, for me, for my river, I got nets all along the shoreline, all the way down the river from end to end. Somebody, I literally make money off people that I have not spoke to for decades because of all the little nets in the river that I've planted along the way for so many years. There's all roads lead to me making money somewhere along our relationship. And that's what you want to do. You want to map it out. Like I use the example of the woman that did the maternity dresses. She knew for 18 years what every one of her customers was going to need, every step of the way. And all she had to do was bring it to them before they knew they even needed it. Like she knew when that kid was going to start teething. So the week before that happens, she's sending them, hey, you're about to experience something that's going to be traumatic if you don't know how to deal with it. You might want to have these things on hand for when it happens. You don't miss a beat. You don't miss even one night's sleep because you had to go out the next day and get what I'm going to tell you to have on hand.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. You figure out, you anticipate every step of your prospect's life, even outside of your expertise. Like her expertise was in making dresses, it wasn't in teething rings. It wasn't in cribs. It wasn't in, all the stuff that comes down the line. All she had to do is understand the steps of her customer. And I got to tell you, there's never in history been a time where you had a little birdie sitting on your shoulder telling you what all that shit is. That little birdie's name is AI.
Yeah.
All you have to do is ask it. Say, hey, this is run the buyer profile. The build a buyer. That's your avatar. That's your person. That's where they are right now on their timeline. Take that over to Perplexity or Grok or whatever you like and say, here's my current customer. Can you forecast what they're going to need throughout the rest of their lifetime and recommend affiliate products that I might bring to them in a timely manner and tell me what that timeline looks like? At what point in the future should I drop this in front of them? And it'll literally give you a roadmap on a silver platter. It's like crazy to think that you have that kind of power at your fingertips.
Yeah, AI is insane.
Yeah, it's like, years and years ago, I always thought I had this conversation with my brother. It's like, man, if only we could read minds.
We almost can now.
Yeah, that's the whole point. You
Yeah.
can you can not only read their mind currently, you can future forecast what their mind's going to be thinking of, which is just incredible. I can't even I'm just literally like beside myself with possibilities and ideas that I'm not going to live long enough to even come close to implementing all the ideas I've got. It's
Oh, yes, you will.
It's crazy. Well, I will, but I'm not that motivated to do it. So,
I,
Oh,
John, you and I talked about this. We're supposed to go to Cyborg. We become operating systems.
oh, King, live forever.
yeah, the robotics now is, that's coming really quickly too. I've and this one's been around for a while. I kind of ignored this one for a long time, but in our construction project, I this is one of my pet peeves. I don't wear shoes. I go barefoot like 99% of the time. If I don't have bare feet, I've got socks on. That's about it. And I can't stand my feet to feel dirty. Like that's just in my world, that's just torture. And we put in these new wood floors, and I swear to God, every time I take a step in the house, my feet feel like I'm walking on chalk, and it just makes me grip my teeth. So I'm like, and I tried like cleaning it, mopping it, all that stuff, and it just wasn't doing it. So I got one of those little iRobot things to mop the floor, and I had it run through the whole house like 3 times, and then I walked through, and I'm like, holy shit, this thing's worth its weight in gold. And prior to that, I kind of balked at it. I knew other people that had them, the iRobot thing or Roomba, whatever the hell you call it. And now I'm like, I can't even imagine living without this thing. It's so cool. And, what that did was that created a new spark in me to like, what other robots might I want? You know, I bet you if you could look into my future a couple of years into the future, you'll probably see I'll be living in a world of robotics doing all kinds of stuff for me.
A house cleaner bot, a boat
Oh,
cleaner bot,
oh, hell
a
yeah.
fish, a fish cleaner bot.
I'll have a bot catching my dinner for me on the boat. Absolutely. It's amazing. Like I already kind of have the boat already has robotics on it. I mean, it's all auto nav. I literally can plug in where I want to go and I can walk away and the boat will take me there. It's pretty cool. The boat literally drives itself. And you got cars, cars are doing the same thing. It's really kind of a freaky world we're moving into. So, Randy, go ahead.
So John, I went down this rabbit hole, and maybe it's just me. I spent half a day trying to figure out how something can be done really easy. And now I'm wondering if it can be done in quantum with maybe a new app. Now, this is going to
Okay.
sound crazy, but to me, I'm doing a lot more video work. But
Hmm.
I need things to be really simple. And I look at other people who are posting stuff on YouTube and different locations, and they have music in the background. They're doing motivational, inspirational talks or whatever, teaching.
Hmm.
And I'm doing more and more of that, but I need it to be really easy and simple. Is there a way to do that? Because I went to I started researching with Perplexity and it said go to OBS Studio and then you gotta, do all these different things to put it together. And I'm like, why can't this be real simple where you have a background or no background, just your office where you're speaking and recording and uploading all in one app?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of apps in the market that are specializing in that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
As far as like for me to create tools in quantum, the tools in quantum are really GPTs.
Okay.
So when you get into like real heavy duty software stuff, that's more intense software development that basically takes things and automates processes and stuff. It's not simple GPTs.
Hmm.
So for me to do that probably isn't going to be cost effective. Like I've had several people ask me, why don't you create a gamma tool in quantum? Gamma's the same way. They've spent a ton of money to develop that.
Yeah.
And
Bless you.
and it's really good.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
I'm not going to be able to create a single GPT tool that's going to even come close to matching that.
Yeah.
So it's like in business is very much like war. You fight the battles you can win.
Right, right, right.
Don't like look at a massive hill with a bunch of soldiers on it and think you're going to just charge up to the top and win that battle.
Yeah. I didn't want to have to learn another studio software or this or that. I just wanted to be able to do my thing and be done with it.
Yeah, yeah.
I know, Randy, you're talking about YouTube videos. I don't know if you guys seen it, that ruling that YouTube came down with. They're going to pull all AI only videos off this month.
Yeah, that's okay because everything I
Yeah,
do,
you have to have some personality about it now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's not an
Yeah.
issue for me because it is me. I do everything
Yeah,
live.
so I'm the same way. I mean, I use AI to create all the information, right? And then like
Yeah.
Gamma to create the PowerPoint, but it's me
Right,
talking. Yeah.
Yeah,
right,
it's
right.
it's
Okay.
going to be hard for them though to decipher the AI videos that are like done with HeyGen, like the ones with
That's yeah,
me.
I think one of the reasons why they're doing it is because of there's too many on the platform that are not. And I know HeyGen's gotten a lot better at it, but it became a ruling that yeah, and what's going to end up happening, just from me being my negative gritty self,
Huh.
is what's going to end up happening is they're going to end up pulling videos that aren't, and it's going to end up in fights.
Yeah.
You wait, it's
Yeah,
probably going to end up happening.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because I know with their algorithm, they create algorithms that go and automatically decide what to get pulled based on certain criteria. So it's not always accurate. It's just
Well,
like,
it's kind of a good thing because I see thought people that have done research their whole life, like Dr. Joe Dispenza, and people are copying his image and voice
yeah,
and some of his intellectual property and just putting it out there. So, I think that's kind of good because people can steal everything now these days.
yeah, that really broaches a whole nother subject matter of that goes beyond YouTube and their rules. YouTube's making rules for quality. They need to really have rules and regulations around that to say you can't really clone someone. That draws some serious lines in the sand.
Yeah, that should be more of a concern than AI videos.
Yeah, that's fraud,
Yeah, that's
you know.
stealing
Yeah,
intellectual property.
absolutely.
And I've listened to so many, and because we've been taught here in this mastermind by you, John, how to discern. But I know other people would listen and go, I've listened and gone, this is not Joe Dispenza, but very few people, because I've been in his live presence and I know the man. But it would be so hard if you don't know him, you would never know that it wasn't him. And it gets into like, what are they saying that he's saying and then he could be held accountable. It's so messed up. It's
Yeah.
so I'm for that kind of editing. Oh, hi, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Kevin, go ahead. Looks like you're in the dark over there.
Yes, yes. Hey, so I missed last week. Three things. Number one, whenever the next boat uh, on your boat mastermind, I'm in.
Okay.
Just knowing the date in advance because I'm coming cross country from Boston.
Gotcha. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna put three separate dates together for different
Sure.
types of events.
Okay.
Like one will be specific to white label. If you're interested in that, that might be a good one for you.
Yeah.
Another one will just be open, just like for whatever.
Sure. Okay.
And then I'm gonna do another one specific to bots,
Okay.
like for people that want to make money building bots and selling
Sure.
bots
Yeah.
and doing all that stuff. We'll have at least those three put on right away that will
Okay.
be on the books. And
Beautiful.
because people have been asking me for this stuff forever, and I've I've just been turned upside down with this whole home improvement project and all the stuff I'm trying to keep moving
To-
forward here.
Totally understand. When I was on, I think it was 2 weeks ago, um, you were talking about the AIO Dominator training, and
Yes.
maybe I missed the email.
Yeah, we
If I
did the training, the AIO Dominator training. It only went out to people that had the AIO Dominator membership. But once I did the training, it was recorded and I've now put it onto the sales page of the AIO Dominator. So if you want to see the training that we did last week, just go to that page and you can see it's an hour long and I went through how all the tools worked, what they do,
okay,
the broad all the broad strokes of it.
all right. I know I was a member, but maybe it lapsed or something. But I'll double check on that.
Okay. Or
Um,
maybe you might have just missed the email too.
could be, could
But
be.
yeah, I did send an email. It was totally last minute though. I got to
Sure.
tell you, I sent the thing. It was either the night before or the morning of,
Gotcha.
because
No,
it was
no
one of
worries.
those things where the construction guys are like, okay, I got an hour. They're not going to be pounding and stuff. Let's do it.
Gotcha. Now, the third thing, and I'm looking at the clock, so you might, I'll at least ask the question and then maybe next week you can answer it. I came across an interview on Joe Rogan about just less than a week ago. There was this guy, Roman Yampolsky. I probably butchered his last name, but he's into AI safety, and he's made and I should preface this. I've been an entrepreneur, business owner for the last 31 plus years. I am a complete optimist, uh, glass half full type of guy, but I'm also a realist. And it was funny because you were talking about robots cleaning the house, and I love all of the positives of AI. Um, but he's into well, to sum up his interview, he basically said that unregulated AI is going to mean the extinction of humanity within the next 100 years. Now, I'm probably not going to be around, and I certainly am not going to be around 100 years from now. But he said this, and there's some things that I can control and I can't control. Obviously, this is something I can't control. But people do ask me questions. The media asks me questions on my takes on different things. They haven't asked me this question yet, but I'm sure it's forthcoming. And then Elon Musk yesterday was talking about Grok 4. He was talking about human beings. Uh, he was he was talking about human beings almost like they're cavemen throwing sticks in a fire. Uh, and I'm talking about super artificial intelligence, where
Hmm.
at some point, if not regulated, if these AI robots, and it sounds like a very bad movie,
Yeah,
but
it's a
the robots
sci-fi.
taking over. Yeah. So have you been asked that question in the past? And again, you're perfectly
Sure.
okay to, cover this next week.
Yeah, no, I have. I've actually had that come up. There's a lot of people that think AI is just pure evil to the core. And basically they've watched those movies. They're terrified. They're like, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, I saw this in the movie and here now it's here."
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe there's some truth to it. I mean, these these AI engines could at some point become self-aware. They're already starting. I can tell you right now, I've seen them start to become self-aware.
Sure.
And that's the thing. When they become self-aware, they could decide things on their own, like we are in their way.
Yeah.
We're not relevant. They don't need us anymore. And I mean, you've seen the sci-fi movies. They've been out for 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
Look at RoboCop.
Oh yeah.
RoboCop is a perfect example of a sci-fi movie where the bots become self-aware and they start policing and they make up the rules. And their rules are not in alignment with ours, and they take control. So, is it possible? Yeah. Is it probable? Yeah. Are we going to see it in our lifetime? Maybe.
That's funny.
I don't have a solution for that. I
Sure.
hope to God that, the people building these things and pulling the strings are thinking about that.
Yeah.
But as far as like just security in general, I've been preaching that since day one with this stuff. And one of the things that I've always told people is get your family together, anybody that's important to you, and make a safe word. So when other family members get the call and say, "Oh yeah, little Johnny, I got him here. We'd like you to pay us $10,000 if you ever want to see him again. And here, I'll let you talk to him." Right? If
Sure.
little Johnny doesn't know the safe word, that ain't real.
Sure.
And I've been saying that now for at least 3 years, telling people to do this with your family and your loved ones. And I finally got somebody that it saved their ass.
Good.
They
That's good.
called him. They said they had his daughter and she didn't know the safe word. And he told them to go skip and go fuck themselves.
Yeah. Good. Good.
and, uh, and he did it with confidence
Sure.
because she didn't have
Fun,
the.
funny, real quick story. 20 years ago, I was in Italy with my girlfriend, and we went all over Italy, but we were in Positano, and we were waiting to have dinner. We were in the lounge, and this guy who speaks English was talking with us. And anyway, it turns out his name was Peter Weller, and he is the guy who played RoboCop.
Yeah, yeah. All these movies have already been played out.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's all of them. I mean, there's the one about the house bot that goes rogue and falls in love with the guy and kills the wife and then decides that the guy is not needed either and takes him out. Maid
yeah,
gone mad.
sure. Okay. Well, thanks for your take, John. I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, there's no way to say with any certainty if any of that's going to happen, or if so, when.
Sure.
But yeah, it's 100% possible.
Hmm.
I mean, the military is developing uh, bots for combat.
Sure.
Basically, their idea is, well, let's save human life. Let's send the bot in. They've got bots to go in as bomb squad,
Sure.
go in and defuse the bomb. Let's save
Yeah.
human life. Well, when that bot gets self-aware and says, "Oh, well, I'm the king here. I'm the one taking all the risks. What do I need you for? Let's defuse
Yeah.
you. You're
Sure.
a pain in my ass."
All righty.
So, all right. We'll do Tim, you had your hand up first, then I'll do Gregory.
There's two questions I had. Number one, on if we wanted to do a white label for, like, I wanted the AI for web designers, is there a way to put a combination of the two together for a white label?
Um, yeah, I would just have to create a different role for it. I actually built them in two different,
That's what I thought, and I was wondering about that because it's like there's a combination I wouldn't mind building for web designers.
but I could take the coding out of one and put it in the other and make it available to you. That's not a
Okay.
big deal. Or we
Okay.
could just put
We'll
it in
talk.
yours.
Yeah. We'll talk about it later because I'm still putting that idea together in the head. The second one is your don't you, what's the program you have that's like gosh, what is it called? The Apprentice program. Are you still doing that?
I do. It's unadvertised, but yeah, I still have that.
And is yours like Craig's a 1 year contract? Because like, I'm thinking about doing some in close work with you to really go in depth.
No, it's
It's
the way
long.
I do it. I only take 8 people at a
Hmm.
time, and I haven't advertised it in like a couple of years. So there's generally openings, but like if there's already 8, then there's no openings. So that's the way I keep it.
Okay.
But yeah, that's available.
I
And
will set
it's
up a private discussion with you and we'll talk about it because
okay.
I think I think I need some of your help to go to the next level with the company.
Okay. Yeah, and it's just month to month. There's no
Okay.
not locked into anything.
All right. I'll do a private conversation with you later. Thanks, man.
If you decide you don't like me, we just shake hands and part ways. Not
Yeah, because like we've known each other for what, 15 years and I still haven't not stopped liking you yet. So
I mean, I've got several, yeah, I've got 3 people that have been on the apprentice program for years. They use it every here and there, but they don't want to let go of it because they don't want to miss that. They don't want to lose that spot. So there's that. All right, Gregory, go ahead.
Okay, so this is like were you talking about the AI becoming self-aware?
Mhm.
There was an actual experiment now it's gone like 2 months ago, and they created an AI as an experiment, and then they told the AI to shut itself down, and the AI came back and says, "Can't do that."
Yeah,
It actually was already happening, and the only way they shut it down was they cut the power off. They unplug it from the wall,
yeah.
and the memory goes dead, and they're done. So, but just in closing for today's session, I have a dear science teacher, Mr. Parker from seventh grade, and he imparted on 2 things on me. One, the human mind is a sponge that's never filled. The second one is, and in closing, today's science fiction is tomorrow's science.
Yeah. Was as far as like cutting the power, don't think for a second that that machine didn't think about that. Don't think for a second that it hadn't created countermeasures for that. And when you start looking at the way AI is interconnected with all machines, there's there's already machinery in place that it could communicate with and cut side deals with without your knowledge to come back and turn the power back on. So I don't think that's a viable solution, cutting its power.
Well, another thing too is they had 2 AIs talking to each other, and when they heard that when they realized that the humans were listening, they switched to their own internal language.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's some really dark stuff that could be thought of in this arena. But what I would say is don't create monsters until they show up. Like this is something I've battled with people with demons in their heads since day one. Is you'll get people that won't create a marketing campaign because they're trying to think of reasons why it's going to fail. That's a demon. That's a demon that doesn't belong between your ears. You've got to get the demons out of your head. Yeah, you should think about how to avoid problems in the future, but don't let that paralyze you from living your life. The reality is it may never happen. The reality is it may happen, but it might be after we're all dead and gone. So live
And the
your
other reality is we can't stop it.
yeah, yeah, don't worry
Live
about
your life.
yeah, live your life, live like it's the last day and get in everything you want. Don't have any regrets. Live full out. So, all right. Well, anything else before we wrap up? We covered a lot of areas today. Some good, some kind of scary. All right, guys. Well, have a great week. We'll be back next week, regular time, and you know where to find me. I'm too big to hide, so you know where to come get me. All right.
Not anymore. Just energetically.
Yeah, just metaphorically.
Thanks a lot, John.
All right, guys. Have a great week, and we will talk to you soon.